John had always been a bit of a collector. He loved antique stores, flea markets, and garage sales, always on the lookout for that special something to add to his collection. So when he stumbled upon an old, ornate mirror in a dusty antique shop, he knew he had to have it. The mirror was beautiful, with an intricately carved wooden frame and a thick, beveled edge. But as soon as John brought it home, strange things began to happen. At first, it was just small things. John would see movement in the reflection that wasn't there when he turned around, or the room behind him would seem slightly distorted in the mirror's reflection. But as the days went on, the mirror's power grew stronger. John began to have vivid nightmares so real he would wake up in a cold sweat, unsure if they had actually happened. He dreamed of monsters and demons, of loved ones dying in horrific ways, and of himself doing terrible things. And then one day, John realized the mirror was the cause of his nightmares. He saw it, in his dream, and knew that it was cursed. It had the power to bring his worst nightmares to life. He tried to get rid of the mirror, but it was as if the cursed object had a will of its own. It would always find its way back to him, even when he sold it to a pawn shop or threw it away in a dumpster. John became increasingly paranoid and isolated, afraid to close his eyes at night, and terrified of what might happen if he did. The mirror seemed to be in control of his life now, and there was nothing he could do to stop it. One night, John had a nightmare that was so terrifying he woke up screaming. In the dream, he had been trapped inside the mirror, forced to watch as his worst fears were brought to life around him. And when he woke up, he realized that his nightmare had become a reality. The mirror had consumed him, and he was now trapped inside it, watching as his worst nightmares played out before his eyes. He was powerless to stop them, trapped forever in a cursed antique mirror that he had thought was just a harmless collectible.